Hi, Chef Nicole Straight back here at CT Bites. Fall is here and this is the time for the beautiful harvest crops. You may have seen these in the supermarket and have walked by thinking, do I carve these for Halloween? What do I do with these? This is actually a butternut squash and they're so delicious. You can roast them. Today we're going to be making a delicious and really easy and healthy butternut squash soup. Now the way to do this is you cut them and you peel them and they look like this. Now get a very sharp knife because you're going to want to cut these into cubes. And the reason you're going to cube these is so they cook a little faster. Because they're a pretty thick vegetable, the bigger you leave them, the longer it takes to cook. So we're just going to cube these up. You can even actually buy some of these already peeled and cubed, but again, that took no time. So over here, we have some onions sauteing in a pan, and this is really going to be the base for our flavor. And then we're going to put in our cubed butternut squash. I've got some already cubed here. We're going to pop those in. And then we're going to let all of that cook with some chicken broth. And again, you don't have to make your own chicken broth. You can buy this stuff. It's great. It comes from Whole Foods. It's not that expensive. So we're going to add this in. If you're vegetarian, you could also use a vegetarian stock, which is fine also. And the nice thing about this is that it's going to be a creamy soup without actually having cream. So we're going to put this on a medium boil, cover it up, and in about 10 minutes we're going to come back and add some seasoning to it. Alright, so we're back here with our butternut squash soup. It's looking beautiful. And a good way to check if your butternut squash is actually done is to actually pick it up and put a fork in it, much like a potato. If it's soft, if it just comes in like that, it's done. So these are good to go. And then we're going to add in a mixture of cumin, curry, cinnamon, and some nutmeg. And I've just sort of cut to the chase and dumped that in. Now don't be tempted to add a lot of this or else it's going to taste too strong. Because these are such strong flavors, you don't actually have to add too much. So we'll dump that in there. And if you don't have one of these, go out and get one. They're like 29 bucks. It's a hand pureer and they're so wonderful. If you don't have one of these, you can also use a blender or a Cuisinart. But you actually do this right in your soup pot. And you can see right before your eyes here, it's already starting to puree. The other thing you can do with this soup also is you can also add some carrot in here to make it even just a little bit sweeter. So you'll see this is just cooking, pureeing beautifully, cooking beautifully. Coming together, everything's pureeing nicely. And then we're going to let this finish cooking for a few more minutes and we're going to come back and garnish our soup. Alright, our curried butternut squash soup is ready. We're going to ladle it up, and this is my favorite part of eating the soup, which is making the garnish. So we've got our nice soup in here and a big chunk of bread, and you've got yourself a delicious dinner. And what I like to do for just a little extra flavor is zest, just a little tiny bit of this lime rind on here, and it's so good. You don't need much of it. It adds a nice color, but just that little bit of lime zest in there goes a long way. And the color is so pretty. And then a couple of these pumpkin seeds or pepitas, and you want to buy the ones that are roasted and salted. Again, pick them up at Whole Foods. You can also keep these in your freezer. They'll last you up to 6 months in the freezer, which is a great thing to do with nuts. So put a few of those on top, and there you have some time to eat from CT Bites.